All right, so a new character has been introduced on the world stage of geopolitics. Uh, Very charismatic character named Nick Fuentes. Uh, this guy has recently been pushed into my algorithm for some reason, and I've listened to a few of his interviews and his debates. He's a very enigmatic and versatile debater. He's got a lot of good points, but I think what's important is what he stands for. He's basically like a white Malcolm X. He's not preaching hate. He's pushing for segregation and separation, which is a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? A lot of people have become accustomed to this melting pot that they call America. But I just recently, today, listened to a speech of his that kind of gave me chills. Because I hear a lot of motherfuckers talk, but I don't really see a lot of motherfuckers listening to these stupid motherfuckers. Now, Nick Fuentes, on the other hand, I'm telling you, this man can influence a lot of people. And there are some people gonna hate on me for saying this, but there are some decent white folks listening to this nigga because of the state of affairs between blacks and whites being pushed by the mainstream media right now. I know you think that all crime is done by black people and you see that shit on TV, but I'm telling you, the narrative is being pushed in a specific direction, and I don't know if this man is a part of the machine or if he's organic, but I believe even if he's organic, they're using his narrative because it's useful to them at this moment. And I think the speech he gave today, motherfuckers like us need to hear, because this is what's being pumped to people who should be your friends. Check it out.
And you really need one or the other. If it were anarchy, you would have chaos, but at least vigilantism would fill the gap that law enforcement left. If you had a total state of anarchy, you could say it's pretty chaotic out here, but at least we have a higher degree of freedom. We can defend ourselves with lethal force. We can look after our own interests. We can gang up as a community, as a militia. We can find a way to make anarchy work. It's chaotic, but it's free. And tyranny. Things are a lot less free, and you're worried about surveillance, and probably you might get picked up by the government. But at least the streets are safe. At least, like in China, you don't live in fear of walking the streets at night, because although the government's oppressive, there's a benefit there too. You don't have to worry about those things. There's no crime. We get the worst of both worlds. We're not safe. It's not peaceful. Crime is out of control. The crimes don't even get solved. So it's complete chaos, but we are disallowed from doing anything about it. Vigilantes, Good Samaritans are punished. Militias are outlawed. White identity politics might as well be a crime. Even stick up for white people, try to look out for them. It's a DOJ civil rights case. And if you try to defend your life or anything like that, you're the one that's going to jail. You still got to pay your taxes at the end of the year. You still got to go to work on time. You still got to get on the highway, which has become a death trap. You got to get in your car and commute to work where black people are driving on the shoulder. Indians are getting CDL licenses that they bought or they scammed the government out of. And they're creating mile-high pileups and killing multiple people. We can't keep living like this.